Alright, time to get a full look at my Oxy-Acetylene torch setup. It's going to make it short, but you know what? Why do that? There's more than I can cover in 60 seconds. Your attention spans can deal with it. Made the cart out of an old pressure washer cart got from a friend. This is the acetylene tank size, oxygen tank size, the whole hose assembly, some Harbor Freight, plus Harbor Freight flashback arresters. The torch goggles came with it. Actually, no, these torch goggles came with it. These were extras I bought from Harbor Freight. I got my brazing tip in here, torch tip cleaner, spare O-rings. As for this, these caps I keep down here now, zip tie them on. I know molten metal and plastic don't mix real well, but I found out the oxygen and acetylene caps nest together perfectly, assuming that you have an acetylene cylinder that doesn't have the rimmer on the top. So I wired them and zip tie them on here. The oxygen cylinder kept slipping forwards, so I put this bolt here so it doesn't do that. They're both, well, I guess it's kind of loose, isn't it? The links are really long, so I can't pull it that tight. They're both chained in place, and they both have bungee cords around them as well to hold them in place. And this has a huge zip tie holding it in place so it doesn't move any further. The entire cart, all its assembly is made from scrap. This and this are both old bend test plates from welding class. Piece across the back and up center is just some plate had a little laying around toolbox I made when I was probably 6. I know I already did a short goal. Oh, most horrible piece of trash ever. Well, you know what? You do what you got to do with what you have. This is a pipe wrench. You know what? Years and years ago, I pulled this out of the trash or whatever junk scrap of my grandparents because it was broken. He fixed it for me. Got my initials on there and stuff. So got a nice wrench out of it years ago. So still being used. Got a striker here. Welded it together with 035 flux core. Very, very thick layer of paint. The welds are pretty ugly, but it's holding, and it's pretty much all I needed to do. Used it once. Hopefully I will use it. Well, hopefully I will use it more. I just got to find myself a project to use it with. I think running the acetylene around 14-ish, 15-ish. Yeah, not below 15 by a little bit. Actually, maybe around 40. In welding class, we already did, I think it was 5 psi of acetylene and 20 of oxygen. And when I got to where I work now, everybody ran cranked out acetylene like 15 psi and like 40 psi on the oxygen. So that's what I'm pretty much used to at this point. So yeah, that's the whole setup. I guess I don't need to call it that. Unless, yeah, it's a poor man's Oxy-Acetylene rig. It doesn't matter. Poor, rich. You know what? You get what you need to get, and if it works, it works. Pretty much, yep. That's all I got. It's another addition to what I've got going on here.